IT gets that going.
Okay, to start, Ms. Palchak?
Yes, please.
Great, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Commission on State Mandates. We'll call the meeting to order at 10:06. Apologies that we are beginning a few minutes late. With that, we are obviously on a webinar, Statutes of 2022, Chapter 48, amended Bagley-Keene to extend through July 1st, 2023, the authority to hold public meetings through teleconferencing. Of course, at the Commission, we continue our commitment to ensure that our public meetings are accessible to the public and that the public has the opportunity to observe the meeting and to participate by providing both written and verbal comment on Commission matters. All the materials for today are, including the notice, agenda, and witness list, are available on our website, www.csm.commission-on-state-mandates.ca.california.gov government under the hearings tab, csm.ca.gov. And in the event we experience technical difficulties or the meeting is bumped offline, we'll restart and allow time for people to rejoin before recommencing the meeting. And we're thrilled to welcome Jennifer, our designee from the Governor's Office of Planning and Research, Jennifer Holman. She is their Chief Legal Counsel, and welcome. And Heather, can you please call the roll for us?
Sure. Mr. Adams?
Here.
Ms. Holman?
Here.
Ms. Miller?
Here.
Ms. Nash?
Here.
Ms. Olson?
Here.
Ms. Paquin?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here.
Thank you.
Great, we have a quorum. Thank you very much. Our next item is item 1. Are there any objections or corrections to our March 24th, 2023 minutes? Seeing none, any public comment? Seeing none, may we have a motion and a second for the minutes from March 24th, 2023?
I move that.
Great, moved by Mr. Adams, seconded by Mr. Walker. Will you please take the roll?
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Ms. Holman?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Ms. Nash?
Aye.
Ms. Olson?
Aye.
Ms. Paquin?
Aye.
Mr. Walker?
Aye.
Thank you.
The minutes are adopted.
And now we will take up public comment for matters not on the agenda. Please note that the Commission may not take action on items not on the agenda. However, it may schedule issues raised by the public for consideration at future meetings. We invite the public to comment on matters that are on the agenda as they are taken up.
Great. Is there any public comment? I'm not seeing any. Ms. Palchak, are you seeing any?
I see none, Madam Chair.
Great, thank you very much. We'll move to the next item, please.
Let's move to the swearing in. Will the parties and witnesses for item 3 please turn on your video and unmute your microphones, and please rise and state your names for the record.
Donna Furby, Department of Finance.
Hagan with the State Water Resources Control Board and San Diego Water Board.
And the claimant has not opted to participate in this morning's hearing.
Great. Do you want to move to the swearing in then?
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony which you're about to give is true and correct based on your personal knowledge, information, or belief?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. Item 2 is reserved for appeals of executive director decisions. There are no appeals to consider for this hearing. Next is item 3. Chief Legal Counsel Camille Shelton will please turn on her video and unmute her microphone and present a proposed amended decision on order number R9-2022 2007-0001, adopted by the San Diego Regional Water Quality Control Board. At this time, we invite the parties and witnesses for item 3 to please turn on their videos and unmute their microphones, which they already have.
Good morning, Ms. Shelton.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, this proposed amended decision is on remand from the courts. In 2017, the Court of Appeal found that the contested permit provisions are mandated by the state and not by federal law, affirming the commission's findings on that issue. In 2022, the Court of Appeal affirmed the commission's remaining findings, except for the approval of the street sweeping requirement. On that issue, the court reversed the commission's decision, finding that the permittees have sufficient authority to levy a fee within the meaning of Government Code Section 17556D, and thus there are no costs mandated by the state for the street sweeping requirement. On May 11th, 2023, the Sacramento County Superior Court issued a judgment and writ directing the commission to amend its decision with respect to street sweeping in order to make it consistent with the Court of Appeals decision. Accordingly, this proposed amended decision on remand finds that the street sweeping requirement does not impose costs mandated by the state pursuant to Government Code Section 17556D. All other substantive provisions of the commission's decision remain the same. Staff recommends that the commission adopt the proposed amended decision on remand and authorize staff to make any technical non-substantive changes to the proposed amended decision on remand following the hearing.
Great, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The parties and witnesses now, if you could please state your name one more time for the record. And we will start with Ms. Farabee, please, from the Department of Finance.
Good morning, Donna Furby, Department of Finance. Finance concurs with the staff recommendation to adopt these changes to the proposed decision. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Ms. Farabee. Ms. Hagan for the State Water Resources Control Board and
Yes.
San Diego Regional Water Quality Control Board. That's a long title.
Good morning. Yes, with the water boards also concur.
Great, thank you very much. Thanks for being here, Ms. Hagan. Any public comment on this item? Again, if you have a public comment, please use the raise hand feature in the Zoom interface. Oh, I see one public comment.
Madam Chair, one moment. I see that there's Sean Haggerty.
Yes,
The raised hand, one moment.
Sean Haggerty, we're gonna bump you up to speak so you can offer public comment. Thank you for raising your hand. Again, if there's any other public comment, if you could please use the raise hand feature. Sean Haggerty, please, you're unmuted if you want to state your public comment, please. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair and members of the commission. I am actually the counsel for the claimant. We concur. I didn't feel it was necessary to appear as a party, but just for the record, I'm here watching it and want to thank Camille and the other speakers. And it's been a long process. There's still work to go, but we do appreciate the commission's work and look forward to continuing to work through this item. So thank you very much. I just wanted to note that we are here watching. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your public comment. Any other public comment? Again, please use the raise hand feature. I don't see any other public comment. Are there any questions from board members? Seeing none, is there a motion and a second to adopt the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Olson.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Nash. Moved by Ms. Olson, seconded by Ms. Nash. If we could take the roll, please.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Holman,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Ms. Paquin,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, that motion carries. Now we'll move to item 4, please.
We now ask presenters for item 3 to please turn off their video and mute their microphones. Item 4 is reserved for county applications for a finding of significant financial distress or SB 1033 applications. No SB 1033 applications have been filed. Next, program analyst Jill McGee will please turn on her video and microphone and present item 5, legislative update.
Good morning, Ms. McGee.
Good morning. The following are the legislative updates since the last time the commission met. First, AB 1306, State Government. Existing law sets forth the sole procedure by which local agencies and school districts may claim reimbursement for costs mandated by the state. This spot bill was amended and no longer modifies Government Code Section 17552. Therefore, this bill will be removed from future reports. Second, AB 961, State Mandates Claims. The California Constitution, whenever the legislature or a state agency mandates a new program or higher level of service on any local government, including school districts, requires the state to provide a subvention of funds to reimburse the local government, unless an exception applies. Statutory provisions that establish procedures for making that reimbursement include a requirement that no claims shall be made or paid unless it exceeds $1,000. This substantive spot bill would change the minimum claim amount to $800. Third, SB 544, Bagley-Keene Open Meeting Act, teleconferencing. As was detailed in the legislative update on today's agenda, this bill, among other things, proposes to amend existing law that will remain operative after July 1st, 2023, to remove indefinitely the teleconference requirements that a state body post agendas at all teleconference locations, that each teleconference location be identified in the notice and agenda of the meeting or proceeding, and that each teleconference location be accessible to the public. On May 15th, 2023, this bill was read a third time, passed, and ordered to the Assembly, where it was read for the first time and held at desk. Staff will continue to monitor legislation for bills that impact the mandates process. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions for Ms. McGee? Seeing none, we'll move to the Chief Counsel report, please.
Next, Chief Legal Counsel Camille Shelton will please turn on her video and microphone and present item 6, the Chief Legal Counsel report.
Hello, since the commission's last meeting, we do actually have one decision that's been issued by the courts in County of San Diego versus Commission on State Mandates dealing with the Youth Offender Parole Hearings Program. The court on May 16th issued their published decision affirming the commission's decision, denying that test claim based on 17556G. I've also listed a couple of cases where the courts have closed those cases just for housekeeping purposes. The discharge of stormwater runoff and minimum conditions have been closed by the courts. And we have one hearing scheduled for August 10th, 2023 in County of Los Angeles versus Commission on State Mandates. And that is the challenge to the commission's decision on the municipal stormwater and urban runoff discharges consolidated and correct reduction claims. And that's all I have for today.
Thank you, Ms. Shelton. Any questions for Ms. Shelton? And finally, the Executive Director report, please, Ms. Halsey.
Sure, thank you. I'd like to invite Mr. David Chavez at this time to turn on his video. First thing I'd like to announce is that we have new commission staff. Commission recently hired our new office technician, David Chavez. Mr. Chavez is new to state service. His prior work experience includes working in inventory and as a sales assistant for approximately 4 years at the Pepsi bottling company, working as a center store manager for approximately 16 years for Food Max Save Mart Supermarket, and for about 3 years as an administrative assistant at Mission Linen and Uniform Services. David joined the commission on May 15th, 2023, and we are delighted to have him on board. Once trained, Mr. Chavez will be the point of contact for member travel. So members will be reaching out to David, and he is our new Lorenzo. Until that time, members may continue to reach out to Heidi for assistance. Thank you, David.
Yay, thank you, David. Welcome. We appreciate it.
For our budget update, the commission's budget was heard in Assembly and Senate Budget Subcommittee 4 and was approved as proposed. The governor released the May revision of the budget on May 12th, 2023, which included an additional appropriation of $12,064,000 for new mandates in the commission's budget. For workload update, after this hearing, there are 40 pending test claims, 37 of which are regarding stormwater. There are also 2 parameters and guidelines, 1 statewide cost estimate and 1 incorrect reduction claim pending. Commission staff expect to complete all currently pending test claims and IRCs by approximately the March 26, 2026 commission hearing, depending on staffing and other workload. However, some of the pending test claims may be heard and decided earlier than currently indicated if they are consolidated for hearing when we get to them. For tentative agenda items, please check the executive director's report, which does list the matters that we expect to hear in the next couple of hearings, and you can tell if one of yours is coming up shortly. We also have a pending caseload document on our website, which has all of our matters and lets you know where we tentatively think we'll be hearing them at this time, and that is subject to change and regularly updated. So you can find that on the website. And that is all I have.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions for Ms. Halsey? No, any public comment for Ms. Shelton or Ms. Halsey?
I see none, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Great, well, thank you. That was such a quick hearing. I appreciate everyone. And we'll now be in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel from consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon the pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and also to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding potential litigation. And the commission will also confer on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1. And we will reconvene on the same link in open session in approximately 15 minutes. And with that, I appreciate everyone being here this morning. We are adjourned into closed session. And again, we'll be back in 15 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming back. I'm going to go ahead. The commission met in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel for consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon the pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding potential litigation. We also conferred on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1 with no further discussion, making sure there's no one wishing to comment for any reason. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, please. I will move to adjourn. May we have a second?
Second.
Great, thank you, Ms. Pequin. And it has been moved by Miller, seconded by Pequin to adjourn this meeting. Heather, do you want to do a quick roll call to adjourn? And
Mr. Adams,
all day weekend?
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Ms. Holman,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Ms. Paquin,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, thanks, everyone. We are adjoined. Enjoy the weekend and thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Team for all your work. Bye.
Bye.
all.